everybody, what's going on? I don't know. I really don't know what goes on in my own head anymore. But what's going on, everybody? Your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza here, now that I have assaulted your brains with terrible, terrible lounge-style singing, if you could even call it that. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Tabletop Racing World Tour, and it is time to take on the Turbo Championship Finale, as we hope that we can come away with this thing and get a nice big old chunk of coins. Just a big, box, a big pirate chest full of coins that's just, overflowing to the point where you can't close them anymore. Because that's pretty much how all pirate treasure chests were. You knew that if you raided, because we all knew this, because we were there, but you knew that if you raided a pirate ship and you found their treasure chest and that thing wasn't overflowing, you had committed a horrible sin and you raided the wrong guy. Because that obviously means that he did not have a lot of bounty to work with, and it just wasn't worth the time. It was not worth the time and effort, and probably at least one or two people killed in the process to go through that. Hey-oh! Oh, I thought that guy was going to drive off the thing. That would have been great if he did. But we're going to have to live without it, you know? It's gonna be fine. So, last night, I was finally able... Oh, look at that shot! Look at the accuracy! Oh, shit. What was that little dick move? He's like, I wanted to do it first! I'm going to fucking Dale Earnhardt Jr. you into the wall. How generous of you. Alright, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get this man. Mama, there goes that man. I'm gonna get him again. I had the perfect chance, and I didn't take it. No. You're giving me all the wrong weapons, game. Come on. Give me what I really am after here. Let me have the Yeah, there it is. That was the opportunity that I had so heavily sought after. Okay, I'm gonna keep this just in case. And oh wow, dude, I haven't played Rocket League in so long. I totally forgot about that game. Go! Yes! Defense! Yeah! Oh, man, the defensive move right there, that was great. He protected at the rim! That was great. That's probably one of the first times that I can recall over the course of the series that I was able to save a first place finish right at the end by using that EMP thing. That's probably the most effective that's ever been so far. But what I was saying was, I just got finished watching a new anime series last night, actually. I decided to go down the whole road of kind of psychological horror, fantasy, action type stuff, and I watched Tokyo Ghoul. And it's not a very long series if you want to give it a go. It's really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I was able to knock it all out in seriously the span of maybe just a little over a week, which is amazing for me. I feel like I have a much easier time binge watching shows that have episodes that are only 30 minutes long, as opposed to the ones that are an hour. Just because I don't know, it feels like I'm not spending as much time doing it, which is really ironic, considering that it really still is the same exact amount of time. It's like the video of that girl that's circulating on the internet right now, of the girl that her boyfriend's taking a video of her, and he's asking her what she would rather do. If he's like, if you could have a pizza, what would you rather? He's like, if you ordered a large pizza, would you rather have He's like, would you rather have 8 pieces or 12 pieces, and why? And she's like, I'd take 8. And he's like, why? He's like, because it's less pizza. Even though it's still her eating a whole pizza, she thinks that having 8 pieces of it somehow makes it less pizza. It's fantastic. But yeah, I watched it, and I was just able to blow through it. It was so captivating and so awesome. Just the concept alone of it was really good. I kind of talked about it a little bit when I was playing Siphon Filter the other night, but it's essentially about Tokyo's being overrun by ghouls, which are basically people that feast on human flesh for sustenance because regular human food disgusts them and they can't eat it, and so it's them essentially just trying to coexist, in the world with just regular humans, because during the day you wouldn't even know that they were, but at night is when like their hunger for human flesh kicks in and all this stuff. And then it just like eventually it turns into just like an all-out war at one point. But like the action scenes are really cool. There's just a lot of blood and gore, and like the character development is really, really good for, you know, like all the main characters, and even like some of just like the secondary characters that don't really get the same amount of exposure in there. Like they do a really good job at developing characters, which is something that you always worry about with you know, regular TV shows and anime, because sometimes you get caught up in other things where they just don't develop characters well. But this particular anime did a really good job with that, and there's like just these really, really beautiful artistic you know, like scenes that were done in the show that I just like, whenever they happen I was just like, whoa, man, I really liked that. And also like the soundtrack of this was just amazing. Like it was one of the better soundtracks for an anime that I can recall, and that's saying a lot. And obviously I'm not like the giant authority on anime. Like I haven't seen an incredibly extensive amount of them, but for the ones that I have seen, definitely one of the better ones. Despite the fact that they used the same song in there, probably I'd say 4 or 5 times, but that particular song turned into probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever heard from an anime. And it's a song called Glassy Sky. Oh, no you don't. Oh, you thought you had me. You thought you destruction derbied me into the wall. You thought you were gonna battle bot me right into the weird like rotating corkscrew saw thing, but it ain't happening, dog. I ain't taking it. Dude, it's so good. Like they kind of pepper that one song in there on a number of occasions, but it's so intoxicating and so like wonderfully serene, despite being just a painfully sad song to listen to. But it's really strangely easy listening, despite the fact that it just tugs at your heartstrings hardcore. But yeah, I definitely urge anybody that loves anime that hasn't seen it before to totally give it a go. Like, you will definitely get through it really quickly. It's awesome. But it did a couple of things. One thing in particular that I've never seen like any TV show or an anime do, and it was really weird, but it's like strangely somehow like really effective. And I kind of would love to see it done more often. Okay, here we go. I just want to make sure we get through this. All right, there we go. One thing that this particular anime would do, and I'm sure there's been plenty of other ones that have done it, but I just kind of noticed it a little bit more in this one, is that there would be time, like usually when you start up an anime, like maybe they'll do like a little like 1 minute kind of preemptive scene before it goes to the intro of the deal, and like TV shows will do that a lot too sometimes. Like Breaking Bad does it, Dexter does it, and all sorts of shows have done that, where they just give you like a little, especially for like drama and action shows, they'll be like, you know, last time on blah blah blah, or they'll start to play something and something really important happens, and then they cut right into the thing. But this show did something like that, but it was very different at the same time. Like, there would be times where it would do that type of formula, where it would give you like 1 minute or like a minute and a half of what the episode was going to be, or like a little kind of summation of what the last episode was before they kind of bring it all in. But what this show did, and I found it so interesting and so weirdly effective, is that it would have episodes where it would seriously play like 4, 5, 6, 7, like one of the episodes, it played a full 8.5 minutes before it actually cut to the intro of the thing. And it was so weird. I have never seen a show do that before, but I kind of liked it. Like it like after a point, like you know exactly what the show is. Like, you don't necessarily need to be introduced to it anymore. And so, like, you almost don't even think that it's coming in, and then all of a sudden, 8 minutes in, they bring the intro in, and you're almost like, huh, it's a really strange break in the action. Kind of like almost where they would put a commercial break instead, but I don't know, it kind of seemed to work okay. Like, it had like a decent, it still had okay flow with what was going on. It was so strange. I've never seen that executed before. Like, imagine that being done in, like, a 90s cartoon where episodes were only 15 minutes long, where they go through half of the episode and then they play it, you know? That would be weird. Like, imagine, like, Hey Arnold, where, you know, they go through a whole... for, like, half of the episode itself, and then all of a sudden just... Hey Arnold! And you're just like, what the hell? Why are you doing this now? It's so confusing. But yeah, so that was just, I don't know, it was a very strange effect that they did multiple times over the course of 24 episodes. So it wasn't just like for one thing that they did that quite a few times, and it was very strange, but I liked it. And so now, whoa, the weight of the coins is too much, it's crushing the car into a diamond. He's like, please, empty him out, I can't take it. Oh my god, look at all the money. We've got so many simoleons. It's weird, like, when you look at the coins that are up in the top right corner, like, they almost look like footballs or almost like eyeballs. They look like, you know, like ancient Egyptian tokens or something. Alright, well, look at that. We got ourselves a new trophy. And now we can move on to the next thing. And the next thing being... oh, God. Oh yeah, the nitrous challenge, that's what I'm talking about. We get to go into the supercars area. But yes, it is time to buy a new car, so let's go check it out. Let's go to the garage. I go up here, and we got either the Ferrari, the Volcano JB9, the McHandful P16, I think that's a 16, and then the Zomg A, which I don't really... I like the way it looks, but at the same time I don't. If we're going off of looks alone, oh my god, I gotta go with this bad boy, because I totally saw one of these in fucking the place that I went for vacation, Los Angeles. God, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, so let's throw the old blingaroonies on here. Let's go with ooh, actually, you know what? We're gonna stay with that really sexy red. I'm going with it. It's the lady in red from The Matrix. Which, oh, speaking of that. I need to... I'm gonna have another one of these moments again. I don't know if it was here or if it was somewhere else, but I remember asking you guys about, like, a Matrix theory that was really bothering the living hell out of me. Might as well just empty everything in the pot here. There's really no reason not to. We've got pretty much, you know... And we have coin to spare, too. Super tight. So... okay. So I was watching The Matrix the other night, and this is another thing that really kind of bugged me. Like, I already went over the whole theory about, like, when Cypher had the meeting with Smith, like, how did he get in there? Like, that's a pretty well-known kind of theory and myth of The Matrix, is how he got in there by himself without anybody knowing it. The other one that I noticed in the same vein... oh my god, this car is so hard to deal with. Ah! Oh, you bastard! Come on! Go! You gotta go! Oh, this car is so fast. It's so hard. It's really hard to get used to driving it just because of how touchy everything is now. Like, I'm barely even touching, like, the stick to turn, and this thing, it's uber sensitive. Which is ironic, because I feel like that's exactly what a supercar would be like when you're trying to control it. It's just, all those things are, like, crazy sensitive. But another thing that I came up with was... so after Cypher's already had, like, the negotiation with Smith about how they're going to go about this whole process, when they go into the Matrix and Cypher, you know, does his little breaking away from the group thing, and he takes the little sliding cell phone and opens it and dials and throws it into the trash, which tells, you know, it lets Smith know, you know, where their rendezvous point is, so they can kind of ruin the whole thing. But the thing that I was thinking, and maybe I'm just overthinking this, and it probably wouldn't surprise me if I was, but if Matrix operators can see everything that's going on, like if the code is giving them all the information about the environment that everybody's in, how would Tank have not seen Cypher do that? Like, if they can see everything that's going on and everything that's unfolding before them, how would he have not seen Tank break away and go throw that into the trash that was giving everything away? He would have seen that moment go on. Like, they could have totally avoided pretty much that entire scenario if he would have seen that, as I figured he would have, and be like, hey, Cypher, what was that all about? Why'd you why did you throw that phone into the garbage that was dialed? You know, wouldn't that's going to give our position away. Totally take it back and don't do it. And then they'd have to find like a different place to like jack back out or whatever. But I don't know, that part bothered me. I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, how did he not see that? It's a very strange thing. But who knows? Again, I'm probably overthinking this entire thing. But yeah, that one bothered me. So if anybody has a theory on that you can tell me, I'd love to hear it. Jeez. Oh man, that little red plastic cup just got G'd up from the feet up. That was crazy. Right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I missed it barely. It's okay. We should get it on this one now that we're getting that really hot start there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. This is gonna. Yeah, we're gonna torch this thing up now. We're going to be lighting this thing in fuego. Oh yeah. Look at that. Didn't even get to 20 seconds. That's the goods right there. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably just stop this thing right now, but that would take away the fun. I'm honing my craft here. Oh, whoa, boy, calm down. Shortcut. Not a very effective shortcut, but it is a shortcut nonetheless. And with that, I think we'll just end the session right there. Yeah. All right. I do think that's really cool, that if you do get it right away and you're trying to do a speed run of the game, that you can totally just, you know, end the thing right there without having to go through the entire X amount of minutes that they make you do it. So, yeah, dude, that was my thing. That was my thing. I'm becoming very observant with Matrix movies now about things that kind of don't add up. I think it's because I've been watching so many CinemaSins things over the last like year and a half that now I'm getting like really picky with movies. And maybe that's a good thing and maybe that's a bad thing, because movies that I love implicitly, I'm starting to find things about them that are making me kind of scratch my head a little bit like, flaws, damn it, flaws. And again, flaws. But yeah, so that's that, and yeah, dude, Tokyo Ghoul's so good, man. Totally give it a roll. However, I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. I know it's on Hulu, because that's where I watched it. The first season is definitely dubbed in English, but the second season is going to be in subtitles, so it's not that bad, though. It forces you to pay more attention. So I think I have to look around for another thing to watch. I kind of want to stay in kind of the I almost said psychedelic, the like psychological thriller, horror, suspense type of thing. So I'm going to have to kind of look around that category a little bit further and see what I can come up with. But with that said, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching. When we come back next time, we've got a scissors race, an explosion thing, which I can't remember what that is. Oh, that's a combat one, just a standard fight race, and then another pursuit race. So we will do those things next time. But until then, my friends, thank you for stopping by and watching tonight. I hope you guys have a good one, and when we come back, we'll have some more fun with more things to talk about. So, until then, my friends, AMF. Oh my god, I did it again! I did it again! Shit. Well, I might as well just say it, because I already did it. AMF 1534, now known as Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.